Hello everyone, welcome to this video, and in this video we're going to go through the initial FortiGate setup when we deploy a FortiGate VM in VMware ASXi. So we'll go through powering on this VM, setting up the new password, also set up the management network and how we get access to the FortiGate GUI, as well as doing the FortiGate evaluation license. So let's get started. So this is the VM we're going to be using in this lab. We're not going to cover how we deployed this OVF image in the VMware or cover the network adapters, but you'll need to make sure that your the laptop or whatever computer you're working from has access to the network assigned to this internet VLAN or whatever VLAN you're using. Okay, so let's get started. You can access the FortiGate VM from the VMware console. Now the login is admin, no password. You'll have to set a new password. Okay, so this is different a bit than when you have FortiGate hardware, but we'll cover another video how to get started with the FortiGate hardware and get access to the management and get access to the FortiGate. Now let's check the port 1 interface, config system interface, edit port 1 and then show. Now port 1 in the settings here in case of the VM, it's set to DHCP. So the interface is going to get an IP address from whatever. So adapter 1 is probably mapped to port 1. This is something to double check the MAC address. So this interface MAC address interface MAC address ends with 9F. So if we check that interface, it also ends 9F. So it's important to make sure that the interface you're working on is assigned to the correct adapter that you're thinking. All right, so this is set to DHCP. Now the FortiGate should be getting an IP address from the DHCP of that interface. And now this interface subnet is 192.168.1.0. So the IP address that the firewall got is 192.168.1.101. Again, this is different from the hardware version. Hardware version, the management IP address would be set to 192.168.1.99, but we'll cover that in another video. All right, so let's access. Let me see if the IP address is going to show up in here. It should. So this is the firewall. We're going to access it with the username admin and the new password we set. Now with the FortiGate VM license, if you have a full license, that's good. You could upload it in here. If you don't have a full license and you have a FortiCare account, you can use evaluation license. So it says this license can only be used once per FortiCare account, and it has limitation. Now, according to documentation, it says FortiOS permanent trial license requires a FortiCare account. So if you don't have a FortiCare account, I don't think you can use trial license. And there's more information about this permanent trial license. So I'm talking about permanent trial license. A permanent trial license requires a FortiCare account. So I'll post this link in the video as well. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to be using a trial version or evaluation license in this FortiGate. Now, once you apply your FortiCare account, the FortiGate is gonna reboot or the firewall is going to reboot. Now we'll just wait for the firewall to reboot. We can look at the console as well. System is starting. Let's give it a minute. Now serial number has been assigned to the FortiGate, and you would see that same serial number as FortiGate trial license in your FortiCare account. All right, so Internet Access. So let's log in. In order to do this license evaluation and be able to access your FortiCare account, you must have Internet Access available to the FortiGate. Now, in the FortiGate VM, since we have already done a DHCP mode, the static route and DNS are all pulled from the network that this interface belong to. Now, let's check config system. Sorry, config router static. No, there's no router information, no static router information. We need to make sure that you have access to or do DNS lookup for FortiGuard services. So let's check the documentation. There is the service of FortiGuard.net, update.FortiGuard.net, fds1.fortinet.net. So this is basically like if you have DNS lookup working fine, you would be able to ping these destination. I believe it was update.fortinet.net. Let's see. Sorry, update.fortiguard.net. Okay, and now let's access to that firewall. Be able to log in. Okay, so I'll do remind me later. So now there's a setup wizard that we're gonna begin. I don't want to migrate config with FortiConverter. That's a service that you could use. Enable automatic patch upgrade for 7.6. I want to disable patch upgrade, but it's recommended. If you'd like to have, you know, regular check for available patch upgrades, you could choose this option. Let's go ahead and choose that option. So let's do save on continue. So this would automatically update when a new firmware patch is available. Okay. If you don't want that, you could just choose disable automatic patch upgrade. Well, let's do disable. And we can update the version whenever we want. Do acknowledge. Now this is a dashboard setup. There's two options are in here. You could read about them, but we'll go with the optimal. Now we clicked OK. Now this license, as you see here, is evaluation license. It has some limited feature. Now let's go to the interface and see port 1 interface. So this is port 1 interface. It's been assigned an IP address and it's set in DHCP mode. So with the DHCP mode that by default the VM is set at port 1 interface, I've got an IP address from whatever subnet this is, like this interface uplink is connected to. And also I acquired a DNS and a gateway. So if I go to static route, I don't see any static route set up because it's all coming from the DHCP settings. Now if I want to disable this thing, I could do disable retrieve gateway from server and disable the internal DNS. Now we have gotten access to the FortiGate GUI, and we could do the configuration that we want. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for next videos. See ya.